Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the Tunisian President are conveyed by His Excellency, Chairman of the State Financial and Administrative Audit Institution. Enhancing social partnership in formulating visions and aims, All of Oman initiative is launched in the Governorate of Musandam within Oman Vision 2040. And India launches a communication satellite into orbit. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Martin Vizcarra, President of Peru, on the occasion of him taking the constitutional oath as the new president for the country. His Majesty the Sultan received a cable of thanks from His Excellency Xi Jinping, President of China, in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on him being re-elected and taking the constitutional oath as the new president for the country. Greetings and best wishes of His Majesty the Sultan to His Excellency President Baji Qaed al-Sibsi of Tunisia and for the Tunisian people continuous progress and prosperity were conveyed by His Excellency Sheikh Nasser bin Hilal al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the State Financial and Administrative Audit Institution. On his part, the President of Tunisia asked His Excellency to convey to His Majesty the Sultan greetings and best wishes and for the Omani people continuous progress and prosperity under the Majesty's wide leadership. The Sultanate participated in the works of the 56th meeting for the Executive Council of the Arab Organization for Supreme Audit Institutions in Tunisia. The Council discussed during its meeting vocational and monitoring standards of the organizations, in addition to develop institutional abilities and environmental monitoring, besides the strategic plan for the organization and studying results of team assigned for studying primary law, organizational chart, regulations and rules of procedures for the organization. The Sultanate's delegation was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Nasser bin Hilal al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the State's Audit Institution. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harib al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, visited a number of military units and bases in Musandam. The visit came within the framework of getting acquainted with the tasks and duties of the affiliates of the Sultan's armed forces, as well as its development stages under the care and attention of His Majesty the Sultan, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. He was also briefed about the role played by Musandam Command with its various units, as well as the establishment projects under its implementation. His Excellency also visited Musandam Naval Base and got acquainted with the national role played by the affiliates of the base. Still to come in our news bulletin. A number of small and medium-sized enterprises won the Ru'ya Economic Award 2018 for individual and group projects. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. India's space agency launched a communication satellite into orbit today. The Indian Space Research Organization said a rocket carrying the geosynchronous satellite 6A, GSAT-6A, successfully lifted off from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Andhra Pradesh state. Scientists said that the satellite could be used for mobile communication applications.
So vehicle liftoff normal and performance of
With Easter just around the corner, winter is making a particularly late return to northern Germany, bringing snow and freezing temperatures with it. Heavy snowfall fell overnight on the island of Rügen, which was also battered by strong winds. Traffic in the area was hindered by falling snow, with several road accidents, closures, and traffic jams. Raccoons, coyotes, and hawks make New York's concrete jungle their home and are pushing city dwellers to learn to coexist with the wildest neighbors. More details in the following report.
Looking for seals in the Bronx. These New Yorkers have gone to the northeast coast of their city to meet some unusual neighbors.
I looked out through the telescope and I saw 3 seals. There was one on each rock.
New York City is surrounded by wooded suburbs and even rural areas. After being kicked out when Europeans first settled here, wildlife has made a comeback over the last several decades, thanks to the development of parks and urbanization slowing down. The city even created a wildlife unit in 2016, working with urban park rangers to bring humans and animals closer.
We have seals, coyote, deer, raccoons, all these wild animals that kind of live in our city and are New Yorkers as well. So by attending these programs, learning with the rangers what you can about this wildlife, you're exposed and more aware to how to respect it, how to coexist.
But with its 8.5 million residents, New York is more famous for its skyscrapers than for its fauna. Very few are aware they share the space with millions of wild animals of over 600 different species. The city is a major stopping point for migratory birds, with some, like these Canada geese, now settled full-time in Central Park. From red-tailed hawks to raccoons, these New Yorkers adopt a low profile most of the time, especially coyotes, whose presence in Queens and the Bronx still makes some residents worried.
Coyotes do not eat people. They don't want to eat people.
I just want people to understand that coyotes are already here. We're already living with them. And they're not dangerous animals. They are wild animals, but that doesn't make them dangerous.
But becoming too friendly brings dangers of its own.
If you feed a raccoon or even a coyote or a possum, they become tame and used to people, and then they might, or squirrels, they might start taking food out of people's backpacks or scaring people when they come up to them. And then you start to see a backlash where people think, oh, well, this is not the place for these kinds of species because they might harm our children or they might attack us.
A recent city campaign aimed to raise awareness about wildlife and prevent such behavior. A new one will be launched in April, a way to ensure that New Yorkers of all shapes, sizes, and species can continue to live in harmony in the concrete jungle they call home.
Now back to some more local news. The Sultanate, through implementing a number of projects in agriculture, livestock, and fisheries wealth sectors oriented toward food security, seeking to invest the country's goods and diversify sources of income. The food security route continued with the NAMA company signing 2 agreements on establishing basics of projects constructions. The first agreement specified on manufacturing and equipment supply of fodder factory, which will be built with new specification for the first time in the Sultanate and will be manufacturing 3 types of poultry fodder with production capacity of 500 tons daily for providing the company's farms needs, with possibility of expanding and increasing production, reaching double the current quantity. The second agreement is signed for manufacturing tools and machines of 72 million egg hatcheries every year, with consideration of increasing production capacity in the future. Primary Materials Management Conference organized by Gulf Organization for Industrial Consulting in cooperation with Hawatma, the Institute for Corporate Governance in Qatar, and the Center of Oman for Business Services, Tasahil, discussed the mechanisms and means of double exporting Omani building materials for projects and establishment of World Cup 2022 hosted by Doha. The conference, which will witness participation of a number of officials and businessmen from both countries, focused specifically on increasing volume of exporting Omani Jabru rocks, which Qatar is receiving about 1 million tons in 2017. His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan al-Deeb, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Board Chairman of the Public Authority for Mining and Conference, is a platform for communication between Omani businessmen and their Qatari counterparts to create partnerships and investments in the production and export of primary materials. He affirmed that the Sultanate is producing important primary materials in the construction sector, such as al-jabru, sand, limestone, and other materials, expressing his hope that this conference will contribute in increasing the production and export of primary materials and increasing investment between the two brotherly countries. The Vocational Training Center for Teachers organized the first Supervision Experts Forum. It included discussion sessions on a number of studies that were practically applied in the educational field. Another session focused on application of vocational education in various schools of the Sultanate. The first Middle East College Conference under the title English in Changing Local and International Contexts was held in the Governorate of Muscat. It witnessed a participation of a number of specialists and researchers. During the event, topics related to teaching English language and literature, as well as the role of culture and local environment in its study, were reviewed. It was also an opportunity to exchange expertise and knowledge in the field, in addition to get acquainted with the latest updates in teaching English language and to keep up with the global changes so as to prepare for future visions. With the aim to address nutrition issues to improve the health patterns in the future, the Omani National Nutritional Survey 2017 results are announced. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
Nutrition is a vitally important part of people's lifestyle and can affect individuals' health. The results of the National Nutrition Survey highlighted by the Minister of Health have showed that there is a good progress compared to the previous survey conducted in the year 2009, where anemia in children was 60% and has now dropped to 23.7% in this survey and 10.2% in iron deficiency. This is due to the health education and organized nutritional program, including blood tests conducted for every child at the specific age. Percentage of normal breastfeeding for a 6-month-old has improved from 16% to 23%. However, problem of obesity and overweight remain to be a challenge for the Minister of Health, as there is an increase in the obesity and overweight cases. This is due to the increase in the consumption of fast foods and unhealthy foods and lack of physical activity. The survey shows 11.2%, while overweight children 11.4%.
Malnutrition is an important problem in the Middle East and Northern Africa. Malnutrition in different forms, from undernutrition, anemia amongst pregnant women particularly, but also the problem of overweight. It is an important problem. It is a growing problem across the region. Oman should be very, very proud because Oman's leadership has taken the commitment to do an impressive survey, taking stock of what the reality is in this country when it comes to malnutrition.
The result of this National Nutrition Survey has indicated the current nutritional status in Oman and will indeed assist in improving and ensuring population meeting their nutritional needs in order to prevent undernutrition and improve health status. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Individual and group projects for a number of small and medium-sized enterprises won the Ru'ya Economic Award on its 5th and 7th version this year. The award came for translating the private sector efforts and support innovative people and entrepreneurs. The electronic fish marketing project for the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth won the Ru'ya Economic Award as the best project in the government sector. Mirror project for PDO won the award as the best project in the private sector, whereas Veil Oman Pelletizing Company was crowned with the best foreign investment award. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Liblushi, Minister responsible for financial affairs. Enhancing social partnership in formulating visions and aims through involving various categories of the society considered one of the aims of organizing All of Oman initiative, which is launched in the Governorate of Musandam as the second station of it. The initiative witnessed wide welcome from the local society through wide participation of various segments of the society from various wilayas and discussion session held in the wilaya of Khasab. Oman Vision 2040 is a national project aims to prepare new future vision benefited from economic and social developments. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Dhufar and Al-Wusta. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate and seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the Tunisian President are conveyed by His Excellency Chairman of the State Financial and Administrative Audit Institution. Enhancing social partnership in formulating visions and aims, All of Oman initiative is launched in the Governorate of Musandam with Oman Vision 2040. And India launches a communication satellite into the orbit. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and good night.